press the almond and they make that argan oil. And actually, almost all the laboratories all over the world, they use this argan to make shampoo and things like that. And there is cosmetic argan actually, and there is argan which is used as a food, just like olive oil. And it's very good for the health. I mean, you can use some argan oils for massage as well. It's really expensive in Europe, in Spain, in France, all over Europe. While because this kind of tree, you find it only in Morocco. This is one of the reasons, because there's not much argan trees in the world. It's very rare, just like diamonds, And other reason is you need, it's a hard work, to pick up all this, then to break it, and then inside it's like small, tiny almond. And I don't need, I don't know how many trees you need to make like 1 liter or to fill up 1 bottle of argan oil. So this is the reason why it's quite expensive. So I would say just a small bottle like this in Morocco will cost you like $50 or $60. Small, like 33 millimeters. When it comes to France and Spain, you have to multiply that by 3, I think, at least. Here it costs like $50-$60, so you might pay $180 or $150 in France or in Spain or somewhere else. And those laboratories, they use just a little bit of argan to add it to shampoos and things like that, or creams, and that oil for massage. That's why it's quite expensive.
That's interesting.
So along this road, they have some Berber ladies who are involved in making that argan oil. So they sit on the floor to break this and to get the almond, and they use meal stones to press the almond to extract that oil. And I think it's very rich in vitamin called omega something. Omega 5? No, omega 3, sorry. Omega 3. They said while you rub it in your skin, also it's used against lumbago, rheumatism, and problem of articulation, also for the skin diseases. Got so many functions, this argan oil. So that's why actually all over the world it became quite popular. And you have this kind of shops, they sell bio things, the people, instead of using chemical products, they start to use those bio things. That means it's got no chemical and it's very good for the health. When I work for the Japanese, most of the times they come in the winter time, December, January. Usually they go crazy about argan oil. Believe me or not, each person or each couple will spend at least 200 euros buying argan products. It could be cosmetic or argan oil that we use for the food, because you can dress yourself instead of using regular oil made out from sunflower, or it could be olive oil. So you can use argan oil. cover the sightseeing tour of Marrakesh, but it's quite easy, I mean, in comparison with the city tour we did in Fez. Most of the visit is going to be, we will use the coach. So the coach will drive us to the first monument, what we call it, the Koutoubia Mosque. He will drop us close by the mosque. I will give you some explanations about the mosque. We'll take some pictures as well. And there is also a picture for the group to keep it as a souvenir for you. But don't worry, you wouldn't have to pay for it. I will pay for those pictures. So each couple will have a picture. And if it's a single person traveling by himself or by herself, she or he will get his picture. Close by the Koutoubia Mosque, we make group photo. Once it's developed, I will give it to you. And after the Koutoubia Mosque, we will pick up again the coach to drive you through the Jewish quarter, like the one we saw in Fez, with those balconies, remember? We call it Melah, or they still got a couple of synagogues operating there. And then we will leave the coach to walk for less than 5 minutes to cover the visit of what we call it the Bahia Palace. This palace is not very old. It used to be inhabited by a prime minister called Ba Ahmed between 1874 up to 1906. So it's a palace from the 19th century. So once we cover the visit of the Bahia Palace, then we will again pick up the coach to take us to what we call it the Kasbah in Marrakesh. There is such a beautiful gate which is used as the entry gate to the Medina or to the Kasbah. We call it Babak now, so the coach is going to drop us there so we can take a picture of that lovely, beautiful gate called Agnow. Then we will walk for less than 5 minutes to reach, remember I talked to you about, I mentioned Berber Pharmacy. Berber Pharmacy, so over there we will rest for a little while. They have very clean restrooms, and there are ladies there that they are going to give you some explanations concerning the spices. If you're interested, obviously, in buying some spices. As they printed some papers where they give you information of the products that you can take back home, especially for the Australians and the Canadians and Americans, because sometimes they believe that they cannot take those products back home. So they have those papers printed. So somehow to convince you to buy from the place, because you will be allowed to take this product back home without any problem. So they will give you all the explanations about the spices, about the Arab perfume, and obviously you will get the opportunity to get the argan oil or argan creams, both I mean for cooking or as a cosmetic product. So soon after that, again, we will pick up the bus. He will drive us to the famous square. We call it Jamalna Square. We will be there, let's say, around 1 o'clock or so. So I'm going to walk you through the square. So if you're interested, take pictures of snake charmers, acrobats, storytellers, water tellers. Ladies are seated there, usually specialized in decoration with the palm of the hand, feet in henna and so on. And there are some fortune tellers as well. And I will give you some free time to walk by yourself to take pictures. And I will show you also the meeting point where we can back to the bus. For those who want to go back to the hotel, for those who want to hang around by themselves, or stay in the square, or go in the Medina, as the adventurers, I would say. So you can do so, but let's tell you that the coach will be waiting for you. Because if you don't show up, that means you get to go back to the hotel on your own. You can use, as I mentioned to you the